Yep.
Boom. Bouton pressed. 1 hour and 5 seconds. Oh no. Took me five
So,
seconds to press the button.
so Andrew, we'll start with you.
Oh god.
You've you've opened up one of the escape pod doors and sort of ejected yourself out into space
Mhm.
as a little swan ship with Ronald on the back.
I also realised, technically, there'd probably be quite a lot of air outside, since ships get like larger than the ship air bubbles, which connect to each other when ships connect. So he would
That's
he probably
that's
would have been safer to follow than just sit there. But oh well.
That's how it would have been when at the beginning of this process.
that's true. That's also probably how it would have been when the ship was in an atmosphere at any point recently. The natural air would have been used up ages ago.
Yeah, but there'd still be a fair bit. Otherwise, people in the ship couldn't breathe. And
The
when
reason the people in the ship can breathe is because there's systems in place that create more air.
but what about the other ship? Does that have no air either?
I mean, you'd have to go over there to find that out.
No, because
But
like when
you've
ship.
heard people call it over, so they presumably have air at least inside the ship.
Okay, well it doesn't matter anyways.
There's as much air as the DM says eventually, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm stuck here. You guys go on your way. Go get your thing.
So Ronald is gonna have to hold his breath.
Yeah.
You're just
No,
rolling the
wait. I,
ship
I
around.
gave I gave him a air breather, so he's got an hour of
Oh
air.
yeah, okay. So you want to fly over to the other ship.
Probably, yeah.
Where do you want to go?
Uh, I don't even know how to answer that question.
There are a series of airlocks, and you can see some escape pods.
I mean, yeah, head towards the escape pod area.
Okay. If you fly over to where the escape pods are, you can't really get in.
Okay. Is there any way of hacking the end?
I mean, there's not really an entrance. They're escape pods.
How many escape pods are there?
There seem to be six.
So technically, could I, from the outside, hack
And
one of the escape pods to make it launch? So then there'd
uh,
be an opening.
roll perception.
Sure. With who? Or with both? Or with advantage?
Uh, depends. Is Ronald
Let,
looking or not?
I mean, both are trying to pay attention.
In that case, both of them can roll perception.
Who is the most perceptive? One and two. Oh no, RU is very perceptive. So Ronald will help him. Boop. Very good roll.
Looking around, there doesn't seem to be an access panel on the outside of the ship.
Sure.
At least for like accessing the escape pods.
Uh, could we try cutting our way in?
You could try.
Sure, that.
Okay, roll to hit. You miss.
How? The ship moves
Uh,
out of the way.
seems the hull is too thick.
I will keep trying. I mean, is there no like glass or anything that would be easier to get through? The
Not in this area. You could probably go up to an airlock, but
like what
not here.
would none of the escape hatches have like view?
All the escape hatches are like metal circular doors that close over to house the
Right.
escape pods. It's not really a like it's a It's not really designed to have many vulnerabilities, or as few as possible anyway.
Sure. Well, if there is like the I can't remember what you said. What was the other thing that was nearby?
There's an airlock
Yeah,
that
that's
you could try and
it.
get in.
Since there's one of them nearby, we can try that.
If you float up to where the airlock is, there's just a button.
Okay. I guess press button.
Uh, the button, when you press the button, the airlock slides open.
Sure. We head inside.
Okay? When you're inside, it closes behind you. You don't hear the sound of any like repressurization or anything.
Look for another button.
If you look around, there's a keypad on the other door.
Try and use that, or if it doesn't work, try and hack that.
Uh, it's just a series of numbers. You're not really sure what to do. But you can definitely try and hack it if you like take the panel off.
Sure, we'll try that. So I guess that would be, are you helping Ronald? Even though it should be the other way around. Sadly, he's the one with the magic hacking spell.
Yeah, you managed to get the door open.
Cool.
Uh, the you hear the sound of repressurization, and then that door sliding open.
I guess we start, like, trying to go slowly and quietly towards where the escape hatches were.
You've gone up a few floors, to like where relative to where they would be. You enter in and you're in an unfamiliar corridor.
I mean, I guess search around for a way down before starting to cut through floors.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So when you start looking around, you see a couple of zombies down the corridor a bit. It doesn't seem they've noticed you yet.
Mm-hmm.
There are about 5 of them, as you can make out.
Well, I'm not fighting 5 of them when one of them was bad, so I guess looking the other way.
You want to look down the other corridor, okay? You can go about there's like 3 ways you can go. Uh, you don't see anything down the other corridor.
I mean, at all, or
Uh, there's like a few rooms off to the sides and stuff. You can see 3 doors down that corridor that go off to the side and one at the end.
what about down the third corridor?
Down the third corridor, you see some more zombies.
I mean, I guess I check the non-zombie hallway, even though rule of story would tell me that that's not the right way.
Ah, you want to check the unzombified hallway.
Because why would you make the easy way the correct way?
Got it, got it, got it, got it. So you want to come out. Do do do. You're at the bottom of this corridor.
Cool. Going at half speed, helping Ronald.
There's a few doors you can check out, or you can just try and keep going.
Probably just keep going. Unless I see something that looks like, specifically like an elevator or something. If it just looks like normal rooms, I'd more or less ignore.
It's kind of hard to tell because all the doors slide. but you'd guess the double doors at the very least aren't,
Hmm.
unless it's a very big elevator. But are you just gonna keep going through the corridor?
Yeah.
Okay, when you get to about here, uh, some friends start walking out of this room.
Ah, of course.
Uh, roll initiative.
Are you opening the thingy?
Yeah,
Yes. Boop.
hang on, I'm just clearing everything.
Oh, but I just did it. Wow, well done, Ronald. How many limbs can we remove from Ronald?
Oh, enough. Just enough. Uh,
Hey, you don't need limbs. Who needs limbs?
no one needs limbs.
Exactly.
Alright, it's are you to go first. What do you want to do?
I mean, they. I know this is a stupid question, but they look aggressive, right?
Uh, roll insight.
Sure. Oh,
Nah, they look friendly. They look like they want to give you a big hug and take you out to dinner.
all right. I'm gonna shoot them. God,
I mean, two of those hit.
that 11 very spicy. Yeah, I guess I'd be like attacking this one first,
Okay, so you're going for that one.
like the closer one.
Roll damage.
Boop boop.
Yeah, that one seems incredibly injured.
Cool.
It looks like a corpse is just spewing out a bunch of black fluid all over itself.
Ugh.
It's now Ronald.
Ronald, who has to hop to get closer to things.
Yes, Ronald with his one leg.
Ronald's gonna die.
Probably. Definitely going at this rate, he will.
What a poor.
Especially because he keeps running at the
It
things that took his leg previously.
what? That would be like you saying how silly of that fighter to run into combat.
Against something he can't win against. Yes.
You don't know you can't win against it.
Last time he fought them, he lost a leg.
See, 20, 20's good.
Hits. Go on, roll. Uh-huh. That it looks very hurt.
And then bonus action. 17.
Hits.
That's way worse than the other one.
That strike, it seems to really injure that one, and it seems to fall into some sort of death-like state. At least you'd guess. But as those two collapse and the door opens, you can see into this room,
Also,
More friends.
I like noticing that I spelt radiant differently on both of those.
Yes, well done.
The radiant and the radiant. I think it's with an A.
It's now some more. It's now the friends of those guys' friends to come in.
Ah, friends.
Friends turn. Time to see if they can get a whack off.
No,
Damn.
that misses.
Make a con save with disadvantage.
Sure. Strong 11.
Okay. Uh, now pray for Ronald's. Oh, that's not good. So Ronald gets slashed across the torso.
Mm-hmm.
He's not looking too great. And then it's another friend who's gonna run up to IU and also try and take a whack at you.
I'm
You
get
take 2 damage.
I'm guessing that they like don't care about invisibility.
They respond entirely based on sound
Sure.
and heat.
How convenient against him.
Lots of things respond that way, especially zombies. If you're not seen like 99% of zombie movies,
Yes, but zombie movies do not equate to D&D zombies. Especially since D&D zombies are the slow-ish kind. Slow-ish.
Anyway, roll a con save.
Oh, he has a good old +0 on that. Oops.
The robot is fine. Anyway, it's time for the rest of these guys to run out. And take another whack at Ronald. Probably gonna miss.
Mm-hmm.
Take a whack at you. Probably gonna miss. Take another
Yes.
take another whack at Ronald.
Gonna
Probably gonna
miss.
miss. And last friend will just run to there. Take a whack at you. And miss. And these guys will start stumbling over their friends. And get at you. It is now your turn.
Yay.
What are you gonna do, are you? Ronald's been slashed across the chest.
So attack of opportunity from this guy. That's a hit.
And the miss. And you were 1 lower, right? So it's 3 attacks.
Oh yeah.
That's also it. Can you please make 2 con saves?
Sure. I'm just checking. I think he might be down. Yeah, he is.
Oof. Well, so ends the tale of a robot. uh, it's Ronald's turn. Please, what are you gonna do, Ronald?
What's his health on? It's gotta be dead high. Oh yeah, it's super high. Since I forgot to note down the damage off that other one, which was like
I'm gonna be honest. I don't like
7.
your odds. I'm not the biggest fan of your odds right now.
Hmm. I mean, at this point, I may as well just give up and die.
So what's Ronald gonna do? He's gonna do our last heroic attack, or is he gonna try and run and and save the robot, or is he just gonna flop around?
I mean, there's not really anything I can do at all. Because
Yep.
the only things that I
So,
could use are magic, and magic is garbage in this campaign.
I mean, you could use magic.
Nah, can't be bothered. I'd rather just die.
Okay. Fair enough. So is Ronald gonna do anything?
Nope.
Well, then it's time for zombies to start mauling Ronald to death as they just surround him. How many of those hit? And he takes the appropriate amount of damage per hit.
I don't know. Which ones are the new ones?
Uh, the last 8 of them.
I'm just gonna assume he's down.
Fair enough. Alright, well, that was fast. So, your companions have left. Lawrence, where are you heading?
Uh, along this way towards the spike. I was
Got it.
stealthed.
You were
Um,
stealthed, and you rolled like a 12 or something from last time, right?
I got a 12. Yeah.
Okay. You and the child will be walking along.
Am I correct in assuming that this is a corner of some sort?
Uh, Beyond there's just like more corridors. You can tell roughly where you think it is. It's back in the prison section.
Right, but this is the way towards the spike, isn't it?
That is the way towards the spike if you head off in that direction.
Yeah, we'll be heading this direction.
Okay, so you head off the map. Yeah. So
I get
one
spotted, presumably.
one zombie notices you while you're making your way through the corridors, and it immediately starts going for you.
Can I shoot at it with my laser rifle?
Please roll initiative.
Oh, I said I was shooting at it first.
Yeah, but it noticed you.
14. It goes first.
Yep. It will move. So we'll have you, just for the purposes of this random fight, we'll have you in a
Yeah.
random corridor that will be yay long. It will notice you from there. So what it's gonna do, it's gonna move up to about. It runs up to there. Actually, it'll sprint all the way towards you, but it won't attack you. What would you like to do now?
I will.
While you think of that, I'll be right back 1 second. While you strategize. Go for it. What would you like to do?
Right. So the lightning baton that I've got. There's one
Yes.
d4 bludgeoning, and then what was the damage for the lightning? I forget.
It does 1d4 bludgeoning, 1d4 lightning.
Okay. I will hit it with that.
Okay. Roll to hit.
30.
Hits. Roll damage.
Okay. The second d4 was the lightning damage, which was 2
Yeah.
for,
It
for a total
looks.
of 10.
It looks pretty okay actually, but it's pretty injured. You don't think it? You think it was as effective as it would be normally? Like, doesn't look like it resisted it in any way.
That'll be my turn.
All right. It's gonna take a swipe at you.
9
Uh,
misses.
it's gonna try and vaguely attack you, but misses. What are you gonna do now?
I'll attack it back with my lightning stick. Not 20 for 26.
Roll damage.
So that's 2d4.
It's
So that,
44 plus 4.
no, it's 1d4 normally for the button.
All right.
So then I double it to 2d4. The only reason I doubled it, put a second one on top, was the lightning damage.
Yeah.
So I'll just do 2d4 bludgeoning this time. 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Yeah.
Then the lightning damage, 4.
When you crit, you double all the dice, so you'd roll another d4.
3, so 18.
Yeah, it looks like it took some damage.
Um, I'll then call over to my friend and
So
say,
you start.
actually, uh,
Uh,
I won't. I won't shout. I won't. I won't make any noise at all.
Okay.
Uh,
So is that your turn?
yeah. 1 second. Uh,
So Graham, how do you feel about your impending doom?
Just sitting here waiting on it. I'm betting the boss is gonna come through for me.
Oh yeah, Andrew. Andrew? You can play as Captain Birdseye.
I'm just betting on the boss. He's not let me down so far.
If you want, Captain Birdseye can be in with the other researchers.
okay, I'm back.
Got it. So,
22 hits.
please roll a con save.
I'm good at those, apparently. That one I fail.
Now, where will the
Where's it?
Wheel of Fortune land? Ah, a scratch to your leg.
Damn it. I need those.
Only
Where on my
one
leg?
leg.
Where on my leg specifically?
It's sort of.
Because it's on like, if it's like on my foot, like near
It's
my
just
ankle.
below your knee.
Okay. Left or right leg?
It is your left leg.
Left leg. Okay.
What would you like to do now?
I'll hit it again.
Okay, roll to hit.
10.
Misses. It's gonna try.
Action surge. Do we get action surge at level 4?
I believe you do. Second
Yes,
attack
yes.
comes at level 5. So yeah, go for another whack.
18.
Hits. Roll damage.
So bludgeoning and then lightning for 7.
It definitely looks very injured. It's well, not super injured. It's leaking a fair amount of black goop
Okay,
now.
that's my
Uh, but it's gonna go for another attack on you. That's a
crit.
crit. So it does 5 damage. Please make a con save. Ah, you're
23
fine. You're fine. You as it goes to scratch you again, you redirect the blow to a part of you that has more coverage.
Whew.
Go for
Um,
you. Try
uh,
and get that thing.
try and kill it. 22 hits. 5 bludgeoning and then total of 9.
Yeah, it seems it's getting a bit more injured.
It's
Going
10.
it misses. Do your
11.
thing.
So my turn again.
Yeah,
Yeah. 12.
it's gonna miss.
Damn it. It's 10. 25 hits.
Please make
Wait.
please make a con save with advantage.
You made 2 attacks that have hit. So that's 5. 5, then
Con
another
save.
then con save with advantage.
Mhm.
I fail. Another scratch. Where do I get
Time
scratched?
for the wheel of misery. Ooh, luckier than Ronald. Your left arm is scratched. And let's see how far up or down your arm this is. Ooh, right, just sort of above your wrist. Get scratched.
Okay. And then a further 3. Right. My turn.
Mm-hmm.
Hit it. Oh,
Please
20.
make a con save. Ah,
That's
you're
a pass.
fine. You redirect the blow somewhere non-critical. Go for another attack. That's a
13 hit.
hit.
At 7 damage plus 3, so
10.
10.
Oh,
Is it-
it's not looking so great. Couple more hits and it might be down.
I'm gonna have to run for it with the kid.
Yeah, well, it's going for one more slash against you.
1 minute.
Unless you're using your movement this turn to run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go-
The kid is just
yeah,
waiting. The kid immediately disengaged and ran away. The kid's about there.
Okay, I'm staying where I am.
Okay.
But I will say to the kid in a hushed tone, If I die here, run to where you saw that thing hit the ship. Try and get across and get in an escape pod if I go down.
Got it. The kid will terrifiedly sort of nod. Actually, the kid will make a con save to see if you can keep it together.
Actually, bonus action, can I use second wind?
Yes.
D10 plus 4. I regain 14 hit points.
Nice.
Thank God for that. Now it's my turn. Over.
Okay, Zombu is gonna take another slash at you.
20
Please-
hits.
Please make a con save. How much health are you on?
13 currently.
Oh, you're fine. You managed to redirect the blow somewhere
Uh,
non-critical.
I was on 4 before.
Oh, okay.
Before I got a 14 on my
Yeah,
second win.
yeah. So you managed to not get scratched in an unarmored location again. It's now your turn. What do you want to do?
Swipe at it again. 19 hits.
Yeah, roll damage.
7. Another 10.
Oh, it looks very injured now.
Its turn.
There's a 15 hit.
No.
Then it's your turn.
17 hits. 6. And 2, 8.
8 damage. You whack it and it starts bubbling black liquid all over itself as it collapses to the ground.
I'll
Dead
wave.
for
I'll wave
now.
the. I'll wave the kid over.
The kid will cautiously approach you, but will try and stay as far away from the zombie as possible.
I'll say, stay here for a second. I'll walk. Have I moved? Am I still this far away from the where my friend is? Sorry, acquaintance.
No, you're a little ways along the corridor. You're just past the barricade.
So just past here.
Yeah, you're just past
Okay.
there, yeah.
Can I move back to a? Would I be able to go back along?
Yeah,
And
you can. The barricade's pretty easy for you to get over and like through, because you can like carefully
yeah.
deconstruct and then reconstruct it behind you.
Yeah. I'll take the kid with me. And I'll say to my friend here, I don't think the robot's likely to come back. Come with me. I'll need you. I've been injured, gesturing to my wounds, by one of those things.
You can't see your friend.
Oh, he's gone.
This is the last place he was. And you remember him going invisible before you left.
Oh, yes. In that case, I'll go back to the other side of the barricade and with the kid, and move back start moving towards the spike again quietly.
Okay, would you like to roll stealth? Because he said quietly.
Yeah. 15. Bit better than before.
Okay. You can start creeping along now.
Can
Okay.
can I rip off one of the sleeves, the sleeve off my clean arm, and wrap it around my arm and my leg, to just above my knee where the injury was, and just above where the cut is on my arm to stop the spread, help stop the spread of it, possibly.
Yeah, you can try and like tie like some stuff to keep pressure around that area.
As tight as possible. Okay.
So you're both gonna start sneaking over to like the little joiny bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you both managed to successfully make your way back into the main prison area. Although you see that the main prison area is now like packed with zombies.
Um.
It seems to be a ton of zombies, but you can see not too far away, uh, only about 20 feet away, is where the ship got punctured with the like probe.
Is that between me and the zombies? Like, am I able to get there without?
You just
Um.
have to walk through that room that's full of zombies. Yes.
Um.
There aren't
Hmm.
exactly many zombies in the way, but there are just zombies in that room.
Hmm. Can you know in the
Also,
main?
you do not feel good.
Yeah, I would guess so. Um. Oh wait, no, I've got 3 layers of shield. Oh no, they go through the shielding, don't they?
Shielding only stops attacks that are like,
Yeah, energy
lasers.
bill. Yeah. Um. Is there anything? Is there a hallway on that I can see on the other side of the? Is there any way that I can possibly see to distract the zombies to get them out of my way?
Oh, well, there's like a
E-
bunch of. I mean, there's not an obvious distraction that you can see. You could probably like throw something, and then they'd be attracted to the noise because you're pretty quiet right now, the way that you're moving. At least you think.
Uh, could is there any like boardwalks that are up above the zombies that I could get to?
I mean, you could probably get up there, but it would involve going through like the crowd of zombies to get to the stairs. And
Um,
and it would be going in the wrong direction anyway.
would I? So is the spike entrance on the other side of the zombies?
It's not on the other side, it's sort of like to the left of where the door comes into the main area.
So how far away from the area am I?
If you went to the entrance, you'd be 20 foot away from where the spike is.
So I'm currently about 20 feet away,
Mhm.
and there's zombies between me and it.
There's no zombies directly in your path. They're just in the room.
Right. Uh, can I get the potato out of my pocket
Mm-hmm.
and chuck it to the other side of the room to where the actually can I pick the kid up first?
Okay. You've now
Can I
got the
then
kid.
chuck the potato to the far end of the room?
Yeah, make a stealth check with advantage.
Advantage 20.
Yep. All the zombies get distracted, and you see them all bolt for where the potato lands. And
I'll
then you can.
move. as quietly and as quickly as possible into the spike.
You slip through the room very quickly and you make it into the little probe spike.
Is there a door that can shut?
There's not a door that shuts. It's very awkward to make your way through. It doesn't seem like it's designed for lots of things to move through at once.
Right.
It looks like it's designed for one humanoid-sized creature to be like pulled through it at a time. So the
Right.
kid's either gonna have to go in front of you or behind you.
I'll put him in front of me. Actually, yeah. No, I'll
Okay.
put him behind me. I'll put him behind me.
Okay, so you're
And
gonna
I'll,
crawl up first, and the kid's gonna follow along.
yeah.
So as you make your way across through the shaft into, uh, you come out into a glass tube. You seem to be in a room that's full of strange equipment that you don't recognize.
Does it look in any way vaguely medical or scientific?
It looks like this room is filled with scientific equipment that you're unfamiliar with. You come out into a glass tube, and the kid comes out into a glass tube next to you. To your right.
Uh, how do you mean? Like out into like separately?
Yeah, you're in separate glass tubes. It seems the
Uh,
system filters like each thing into a separate container.
uh, is there any way that I can possibly open it, or
Uh, there doesn't look to be a way of like there doesn't seem to be any buttons on the inside that would allow you to open it. There are buttons on the outside that you would guess do stuff, but you're not sure which correspond to like opening.
is it possible to lift the tube in any way?
Roll a strength check.
22.
You heave and try and like press it upwards, but it
Uh,
doesn't. You
yeah,
can't
I wouldn't be. Yeah, sorry.
you
Yeah,
can't really get
sure.
a good grip on it, no matter how you try and like lift it.
Um, would it be possible for us to hear any zombies through here?
Uh, Roll perception.
11.
You can't hear any, and you don't see any, like
Can
in
I
the room.
can I smash the glass open?
Yeah, roll to hit.
10.
That is enough to hit glass. Roll damage.
Uh, 1 second. There we go. 6.
Yeah, that's you shatter the glass. And you can now free yourself from the tube.
I'll get out of the tube. Can I go over to the buttons and see if I can open the kids' tube?
Yeah. Uh, there are a series of buttons. Which one would you like to press first? Or are you just gonna start
Is
hitting
there
them
any
at
that's
random?
is there
None
any
of
that say
none of them
open?
seem to be specifically marked with the word like open or release.
I'll just smash this one as well.
Okay, roll to hit. Roll damage.
Uh,
Yeah, this one too breaks open and the kid's able to climb out.
Um.
Mm-hmm. Uh, as that happens, you hear some banging at the door.
Hmm. Are
And
there any
then
syringes with liquid in?
in this room,
Yeah.
you roll investigation.
10.
You can't find anything in this room.
Um.
But
I'll
over
say,
over the tannoy system, you do hear something.
yeah.
Uh, it's a familiar voice. You recognize them from the phone.
Uh-huh.
And it says, "Ah, we presume you've made it into the ship. We've just detected some breaches in the science labs."
Yeah. Uh,
Uh,
do you have any
it
way to cure this particular illness? I've been injured and I don't feel good.
they speak over you,
Um,
presumably they can't hear you
okay.
as they continue on with. Okay, so what we're gonna try and do is we're gonna try and strategically use the tannoy system to lure as many of them away as possible. We're gonna restore emergency power to an elevator nearby. What you have to do is go out of that room, take a right, then a left, and then you have to head straight for about a minute, at which point you'll reach an elevator. It won't have power, but we'll restore it now, so it should have power by the time you get there.
Okay.
Then you want to take it up to floor 120.
Okay.
At which point you'll want to come out and we're the first room on the left.
Okay.
And we'll try and keep them off you with as many tannoy based distractions as possible.
Great.
Uh,
I
so
say
first
great
distraction
thanks
is
for
going
getting.
live. And then in
Uh,
the distance you can hear an incredibly loud noise.
yeah. I say
Uh,
great thanks. Not the can't hear me.
and the doors to the science labs open.
Um.
You see a zombie is there, but they seem to be running off in a direction towards the really
Yeah.
loud noise.
Um. I will quickly get out my dagger and chop my infected wrist off.
Okay, roll damage.
Do I notice if it's spread at all
Actually,
in my
first roll
arm?
to. You don't think it's spread quite yet. It doesn't. I mean, it looks like it doesn't look too bad at the minute. Okay,
20 hit me.
and then roll damage.
8 max
Yeah,
damage.
you managed to hack your own like end of your arm off.
I'll cut it off below where I've got it tied.
Yeah, you managed to cut the section that seemed like it would get infected.
And I'll say, uh, I'll hold my hand out and well, I'll say, "Come with me, kid," and I'll go right. The zombie's looking off and run to the left, right?
Yeah.
I'll go right, and then on the first left, I'll go left and then head up there for a minute towards the elevator or lift.
Yeah, you managed to reach the elevator. It seems to be the only thing with power.
I'll get in and with the kid and press 100. He said 111, didn't he? Yeah.
You can roll history if you're unsure, or you can be you can't remember.
I'll 111.
Okay, you go to floor 111. What would you like to do now?
Look outside of the lift.
You see, you're in the corner of an area. Two corridors stretch off in like two directions and then split off into more corridors. There are a series of doors that line every wall.
Uh, hmm. I'll gesture the kid to follow it, and I'll go to the first door on my left if I go left.
Okay, you open the door, and it's a broom closet.
I'll go to go back to the lift and go to room 113 with the kid, taking the
Mm-hmm.
kid with me.
Mm-hmm. You come out, and there are three corridors that stretch out.
Straight forwards, left and right.
Yeah,
I'll go straight forwards and go to the first room on my left.
you open that door. It's a conference room with nobody inside.
I'll go back to the left and check
Also,
the
on
first
each
room.
floor you go to, you hear the incredibly loud noise in the far off corner.
Okay, I'll go to the left of the lift and check the first door on my left.
You arrive at that room, and it contains cleaning supplies.
I'll ask the kid if he can remember.
Uh, kid is like, it was 100 and something.
I'll go to the right and check the first door on the left.
Uh, that door is it seems to be like a laboratory with no one inside.
I'll go up to 115.
Okay.
What's the corridor there like?
There's one corridor that stretches far off forwards and then splits off into multiple corridors later on.
First door on my left.
That room seems to be a you open the door and it's just a like you don't really know what the purpose is, but it's full of weird machines. Uh you do see a this room looks like it was recently forced open and you see the body of someone on the floor.
Run back to the lift. 112.
You come out into
Wait,
112.
I take the child with me.
Mm-hmm. You come out, the child will just follow you. You come out into 112. Uh, there is a series of corridors that expand in basically every direction.
I'll go left and check the first door on my left.
That room contains. It seems to be like a food court. It's a massive room. It doesn't have anyone in it though.
Uh, I'll go to the next corridor, check the first corner on my door on my left. Essentially, I'll keep going round all the corridors and checking the first door on my left.
Okay.
And if I see anything dangerous at all, I'll run back to the lift and just travel up in the escalator a few floors.
You don't find anything dangerous on this floor, but as you finish checking this floor,
Yeah.
the noise stops.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Uh,
And then over the tannoy system, you hear, "Where are you? We've run out. The we've run out of power for the noise for like the tannoy system, like to be output that loud."
what floor?
Uh, and then they go, okay. Just a reminder of the instructions. You take a left outside the outside the sign slab at the start, then a right, then you go up the elevator to floor 120, and we're the first door on your left. Please hurry.
I'll go up to
We're,
floor
we're
120.
really running out of power here.
I'll go up to floor 120 and just go to the straight to the room on my left with the child.
Okay. You arrive at the first door on your left. What would you like to do?
Knock.
They say, are you the ones from the other ship?
Yes.
Okay. And then they press a button and
But,
the door opens.
I'll say there's one more that stayed behind. If there's any way to possibly get to them.
Yeah, you just have to ensure that we're safe enough to get to those escape pods that we said.
I can try. I'm a bit injured.
We see that. Come in.
Um,
We'll patch you up. This is the medical facility after all.
okay, you don't happen to have a cure for this, do you?
They seal the doors. Well, we sort of spent our entire time developing a biological superweapon. We didn't really make a countermeasure.
Well, that was stupid.
Well, it was a brand new discovery. What do you want from us? Uh, but you know, we're a competent research team. I'm sure with just a few years of studying it, we'll have a cure whipped
A
right
few
up.
years isn't a few years isn't going to be long enough. I've been infected with the stuff. Are there any prosthetic legs
Uh,
or arms, hands?
we could fit you one, but the surgery would take hours, and we'd run out of power by then.
Do you at least have some sort of
Yeah, we have some. Here's some anesthetic and some painkillers, and
Can
I
you
mean,
cauterize this wound?
yeah, and one second, and they go over and they give you an injection to dull the pain, and then
Yeah,
they like put your arm into a machine that they turn on,
yeah.
and when you remove your stub arm, the wound is cauterized.
Um, I'll ask: is there any sort of long pipe or bladed thing that you could attach to my stump, or at least sort of like wrap onto my arm so I can use it as some sort of weapon potentially in here?
Uh, do you have a weapon?
I've got this lightning baton.
Hmm. One moment. One of them goes into the little bathroom that they have connected to this room. They come back out with a plunger. They take the little wooden stick out of the plunger. They get your little shock baton. They like stick it into the rubbery bit, and are like, hmm. And then they like disinfect the plunger, and then they say, "Bring your arm here." They
Oh,
then put they like put the little rubbery bit onto the stub of your arm, and then they duct tape it together.
okay.
See, it's even insulated. Perfect.
Okay, I'll say it's best to move quickly. Let's go.
Okay.
Are any of you any decent with a dagger?
No, none of us know how to fight. That's why we asked you to come. The escape pods should be just down the hall.
I'll toss a dagger to one of them just in case.
He fumbles with it and then holds it with both hands.
The
You
pointy end, the thing trying to kill you.
you notice that he's holding the like part with the blade on it in the incorrect direction.
I show him how to hold it properly,
He
and I
just
say the
jerks.
pointy end.
He goes,
I say the
okay.
point.
He goes,
I say
okay.
the pointy end goes in the thing trying to hit you.
Got it. He is
Try not to
he is shaking with this thing in his hand. Okay. No,
Okay, let's go.
take us to the pods. Those things will be coming back from the noise any minute.
I say let's go then. Let's move as
Okay.
quickly and quietly as possible.
Uh okay. Roll stealth.
19.
Nice. Okay, then they're gonna roll. And the kid. As a group, I'll say you made that.
Yes.
So it takes about a minute of walking, but you finally make it to the escape pods. Each escape pod can house 4 people comfortably. You could technically fit about 6 people in them if you crammed everyone in.
How many escape pods are there?
There are 6 escape pods, and there are 7 of you in total.
Okay. 3 of us go in there. 4 of us go in another one. I've got to pick somebody up from the escape pods just to the left of where you spiked the other ship.
Okay. Uh, we're just gonna get out of here, and 4 of the scientists get into one pod, and then the other
Oh wait, no,
then the other scientist gets into another pod. The kid is just like looking at you.
I'll say, you guys, do you know, before you go, this child, do you know anywhere good that you could potentially house him?
Uh,
What is your name, kid?
he says, "Oh, I'm Jared.
Jared who?
Jared Letian.
Uh, look for his family. He's called Jared Letian.
The one scientist who's in the escape pod says, "Sure, join me, kid."
Go live a good life, kid.
Oh, he also asks, "Is the kid infected, by the way?"
I check the kid over quickly. Actually, no, thoroughly.
You don't find any scratch marks on him. You'd also recall that, like, he was in a room with somebody who was definitely infected. The kid seems to be, like, he seemed to
Seems to
be
be
resistant
immune.
in some way.
He seems to be resistant in some way. Maybe that's something.
Ah, cool. That should speed up progress massively on getting this thing cured. Oh, well,
It is. It is. But would you like to take a vial of my blood as well? Because
uh,
before I got scratched,
we
I did seem to be resistant.
we don't really have the equipment on hand.
Okay, go, take him and go. Get hopefully
they load up into the escape pods and they fire off. What are you gonna do? There's 4 pods left.
get into an escape pod and head
Uh,
over to where I know the escape pods are. Were on the other ship.
Yeah, you're gonna try and dock. Okay. Uh, please make a flat intelligence check.
Oh God. 4.
Okay, you're not super sure how this technically works. Make a flat dex check.
I'm better with Dex.
Oh,
Oh, not for 23.
you don't know how this technically works, but you feel around the ship and you have an amazing feeling for this, and you're very confident in what all of this does. You start hitting buttons that you're confident will do the right thing that you want them to do, and the ship starts moving just as you think it will.
Hey, I
Okay.
have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've been sitting in an airlock in that airspace for
I will get to you right now. I was
sure.
just doing
Like,
Lawrence's stuff first.
how many zombies have actually turned up to this thing
Yeah,
despite my like stealth?
yeah. Don't worry. I was just finishing Lawrence off.
There was
It's So Lawrence, you're in your escape pod on your way to Graham, but cut to Graham several hours ago. Well, not hours, but like a few, probably like 30-ish minutes ago.
That's
Uh,
fast.
actually no, it would be about an hour and a half ago, as far as
Mm.
things are concerned. Uh, so time to see how many. Okay, so that's. Da-da-da-da. Mhm. Got it. Okay. One, three, four, five, six. A bunch of zombies start like investigating the barricade, and some of
Do I
them
need to roll
try and
stealth?
move through. Some of them try and like move the barricade apart.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do anything?
Do I need to like stealth to stay quiet?
You rolled stealth before, but yes, can you roll stealth again? Because then I'm like checking the area out. Yeah. So a bunch of zombies like make their way into this section.
Am I gonna have to roll stealth every like 6 seconds for for a round?
Uh, one actually comes into the room you're in, but you're so quiet that they don't notice you.
Quiet and a bit invisible.
Yeah, you are quiet and invisible. And they,
Uh,
uh, it's, it's this barricade that they sort of like moved into.
mm-hmm. Just let me know when I need to stealth again.
Please roll one more stealth check.
Not good.
So the rest of the zombies, so like these 2 zombies sort of hit these barricades,
Mm-hmm.
and this one sort of gets to about there. When this one suddenly turns around, uh, as you like you're adjusting yourself because you see the zombie, and you make a slight noise, and it just immediately whips around and is gonna try and go for you. Please roll initiative.
All right.
And then I'll see if these guys notice. Oh, one of them notices. The other two are too busy bashing into this barricade and distracted by the sound of their own bashing. This guy will arrive next round.
Okay.
But you go first. So what are you gonna do?
Shift to here and take a shot at this guy because I need to do that. Being invisible, does that still grant me advantage on my attack?
Uh, I'm gonna say no because it knows where you are.
It's a hearing based thing, not a sight based thing. Got it.
It's a hearing based thing, yeah.
26 to hit.
Yeah, you hit.
For oh sugar, I want to do something else actually. Where was it? I would like to make this a tripping attack. So it needs to make
Okay.
a strength saving throw. And I get to add another. Does that pass or fail? My save DC is
Unknown.
based on my where's the DC? 8 plus my proficiency plus my dex. So
It got a 12.
it fails.
Ah,
So
okay, trips over.
it falls prone, and then I should have done this in the next shot to be honest, but I got another D8 damage. So that's 16 damage from that shot.
Yeah.
I have the slight issue if I did that in the wrong order, because now I have disadvantage to shoot it with my second shot.
Okie dokie.
I'm
Roll to
assuming
hit
a
with
9.
this.
I'm assuming a 9 misses.
And that one does indeed miss.
Okay,
Uh,
but it means it's only got half movement for its turn.
all of the sounds of combat, though, will those other two notice? One of them definitely doesn't. One of them also doesn't.
I mean, I would assume sounds of battle.
Yeah, actually, sure. One of them notices, but the one who rolled a -1 doesn't, because
Sure, that's
it's a
fairly fair.
-1. This dude who tripped over is gonna stand back up and hobble over here. And that's all they really are gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, top of initiative,
Add your next guy.
another boy is gonna come in.
Do you want to add the other one that heard as well, just because they're all...
Yeah, I may as well add the other one that I heard. Mm-mm. Mm. Okay, yeah, he really won't come in until next turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a shot at this guy again. This time just normal. I don't think that hits previously. Gonna use another
That hits.
maneuver. Oh, that does hit. That's fine. I don't need to use it. That's fine. 15 radiant damage.
Yeah,
Second shot for the turn. 24 to hit.
hits.
10 damage.
Yep.
Action surge.
Mm-hmm.
Shot.
Miss.
Going to use my precision shot. It's wrong day, sorry.
Hits.
It's that I think that. So 17 damage.
It looks very hurt, but just standing.
And then last shot. Hits.
Yeah.
21.
That zombie is a very dead boy.
I would like to go back to pretending
And
not
I'm
to
gonna
be here.
say that no matter what the other zombie hears, the sounds of battle.
Yeah. They can hear the sounds of battle. I'm just gonna go back to standing real still, hoping they don't notice me in the corner.
Yep. Sounds like a reasonable plan. So is it this one? Yeah, there we go. And then descending. Okay. First up is this guy. He's gonna come investigate what's wrong. Can do a little zombie. He's gonna sprint up to like there for his turn. And all of them are basically gonna start sprinting up to there. You have line of sight on these two.
Yep.
Although this one is in like half cover because of the frame.
This one's in cover or this one's in cover?
I'm saying that
This one.
that one. Yeah, that one is in half cover.
That's fine.
It's now your move. As they basically all just try and run at you.
Well, would it be possible to attempt to just be move quietly to another part of the room and just pretend to be stealthy again?
Yeah, sure. Roll stealth.
I'm gonna shift to here, quietly, trying to stealth. It's not great. It's not great at all.
Okay. On their turns, this guy is gonna. Thank you. This guy's gonna run up to here and roll a perception. Yeah, this guy seems to still be heading in this direction.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's this guy. He's gonna run in. Yeah, they're also gonna have a little sniff around. They also seem to be heading in that direction. And then one more. Oh, this one's got a good sniffer on it, or at least decent ears, and is gonna try and head in, and it seems to be heading to where you are.
Okay.
But can't actually get to you this turn. But the other two do seem to be running into the corner.
Okay. So I would like to attempt to stealthily move again.
Okay. Where you moving, and then roll stealth. Nice. They can't actually get that. So you see this zombie like plow into this corner, this zombie follow along, and this zombie plow into that corner.
Now I really hope that none of their clattering into barricades brought more of them. Didn't bring more of them.
Me too. And roll a this. And then decide out of.
This is where I really wish I didn't throw all those grenades last week. Or last session.
A bunch of friends have shown up. But between these two barricades.
Hmm.
What would you
So-
like to do?
Was it just this room that had like all the escape pods, or was this one of several rooms that had escape pods in them down this hallway?
Uh, there were. This was the main escape pod room. There were other escape pod rooms. There's a smaller one that is beneath where you are.
Hmm. Okay.
And emergency power is still on, so the lifts should still work.
So I would like to 5, 10, 15 get to here stealthily, look, see that there are people coming in that way, and go stealthily go that way.
Okay. Uh, got. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how well this goes. Oh. 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 None of the ones here notice you. You can take another round of movement. As uh,
Ah,
and
heck
then
that up.
and then it's uh, uh, actually should only be 3 of them rolling. You do see these 3 break through the barricade and immediately start heading like towards this side of the corridor.
Mm-hmm.
You may take another round of movement.
I get to the barricade and I'm like, ah, shit.
That barricade does have like some gaps in it.
Cool. I'm just gonna attempt to move through the barricade in a way that tries to not cause problems. I assume that's a disadvantage.
Yes, you can either try that, or it looks like you could try and move through the barricade and like recollapse it, form a
Uh,
blockade.
I mean, my plan is to do that at the other side of it, because collapsing it as I'm going through it seems like a bad plan.
Okay. Roll stealth.
13.
Okay, time to see what's what. Ah. So uh, this boy's still following along, but the one in the back seems to be trying to get into this room, but the 2 ones in the front seem to have, like caught your scent.
My sound.
Yeah, caught your sound and seem to be coming at you.
Okay.
What do you want to do now?
Well, I've got that through. Pull it out to drop the entire thing as a blockade, and then leg it.
Uh, Fair enough.
Find
So,
my
which way
way.
do you want to head?
I want to find my way back to the location just below me that I could use to try and catch on.
Roll survival or
Uh,
history. Okay, you remember the layout of the ship from the map.
sure.
And you can find your way back to the lift and down.
But yeah, so I'm like making.
Uh,
I'm kind of legging it to try and get there as fast as possible. So I'm probably not.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. You see a zombie that's heading right for you. It's sort of in your path. It's at the
like
end of a
direct,
corridor, so you have some time.
but it's directly in the way I need to go. Okay, I just start shooting at it. This is this initiative with a new zombie.
Yeah, I'll move you onto. One moment. A never before seen map.
Worries me.
Zombie up there. You is here. Zombies seem very intent on killing.
Me is 18. What happened to the turn tracker?
Please put self back on initiative order.
How do I do that? I've already rolled it.
Highlight, just roll it again and then change it when you're on. And then change it back to the 18 that you got.
Sure. Okay, I'll take my 2 shots.
You got so lucky there that I rolled like
Yep. Yeah, I know.
the minimum possible number of zombies to have noticed that.
12 radiant. 9 radiant, and you're in my way, so I need to move forwards.
Okie dokie. It's gonna run to there.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's you.
Crit.
Dang, okay.
The second set of dice were very bad, but the first set of dice were pretty good. So 32.
It's looking pretty injured.
And then another 8.
Looking very injured, but still alive. It's now gonna run to here. Take a swipe. Please make a con save.
Yeah, it's 16.
Oh, you're just fine. You sort of like deflect it with your sword. Or your gun.
Mm-hmm. Is that all it can do?
That's all it does. It's now
Okay.
you again.
Shift the gun to the side, draw the sword, and attack it.
Hits.
8 slashing damage. And then
It lives.
another 7 slashing damage.
It starts vomiting black everywhere and dies.
And we continue down the hall, hoping that nothing else has been attracted. By the sounds of something horribly dying.
Okay. After a little bit more running, you see the lift. And when you get into the opening, you see 3 zombies are also closing in on, like, the corridor you're coming from. They're not directly in your path, but, like, they'll get there eventually.
Do I have space to? Do I think I can make it to the lift before they get into a problem?
Yeah, you think you can run to the lift before they can get there.
Sure, I will dash to the lift and then slam whatever button is the floor below.
Okay, the lift doors just close before the zombies like come into range. Of where the sensor would keep the door open for them.
Hmm.
And you can make it to the floor below. The
Okay.
elevator makes a ding noise when you arrive.
Unfortunate. How empty is the place where this stuff comes out?
It seems relatively empty, although you do hear some shuffling in a room a little ways to your left.
Okay, ignore that room. Got it.
But it's basically just a straight shot back to where you would have been,
Okay.
but one floor down.
Sure, I'm gonna try and head off to there because I'm worried about time now. For missing the captain who I have 100% faith in.
Yep, yep. So you start sprinting along, and okay, now determine. Uh, two zombies sort of come up behind you, but you seem to be faster than them, so they like can't quite keep up with you.
Okay.
But they are hot on your heels. You manage to make it to an to the room with the escape pods.
Are there escape pods in this lower level one that we just missed the first time?
No.
Darn. And there's nobody in this place before I get there. I'm the first person here.
No. What would
Oh,
you like to do? The zombies are hot on your heels.
wait, what do you mean no?
Hmm?
I'm the first person here. There's nobody else in this place, I asked. And you said no.
Oh, yeah. There's no one else there.
Okay. I'm gonna go and look out and check and see if I can see anything coming from the other ship, and then turn
Alright.
around to kill the things that are.
You see a series of escape pods are flying in space. There are three of them. One of them seems to be heading to the area above you.
I am going to attempt to propel myself from the ship at an angle that might be useful to them.
Right. Are you thinking about this, or do you want to just intuit it and like go for what your gut feeling says to like jump at?
I'm
Or
gonna
are you
go
gonna
with
actually like take some time to like figure out how much like the angle you need to jump at is and when you need to jump to time it perfectly?
I'm gonna go with my natural marksmanship abilities that was trained into me in Hippo camp.
Okay. Roll
Assume I can get the angles right.
roll athletics.
Oh, not great.
Okay. Lawrence. If he's here,
No, no.
please roll perception. Oh yeah. Andrew, if you're still here.
Yeah.
Yay.
Good old Captain Birdseye is can be among the scientists and in the pods. Which pod would you like to go through? You can either join this savior of all of you guys, or you can go with the scientists and the kid.
Scientist.
Uh,
Makes most sense, character-wise, if they're there.
got it. You're gonna hop on the scientist's escape pod,
Mm.
not join the party. Got it. Lawrence, roll perception.
I got an 18.
Ah, okay. You notice a hippo, who like jumped far too early and like is gonna end up behind you. Do you want to like turn around for them?
Would I be able to slow down first, or?
Uh, it would be like dexterity to like try and go back and pick them up.
Right, I'll just go back and pick them up.
Roll Dex to see if you can pilot the ship over there.
22.
Yep. You manage to spin the ship around and you manage to get it so that they're now perfectly lined up. And you open the doors for them, and the hippo gracefully floats in. And then it drops to the floor. You made it in your little escape pod.
The hippo looks, sees.
It's at that point I say to the hippo, "Can you pilot, please?" And then start hacking my leg off. That's been scratched.
The hippo looks very disappointed that it's just out, and then takes the controls.
Now what was that I wrote down that would happen? This is the most important D100. Ooh, you guys are pretty close to the worst ending. But you got the best one. A familiar looking ship to the GIF and the human. Lawrence, you're human, right?
Yeah.
Shows up. It's that train that you guys were on, the captain of which you haven't found yet.
Can I oh wait, I'm not piloting because I'm busy.
Well, all the escape pods seem to be routing to that ship.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Justin while he's hacking his leg off. Where's the captain? He was going where you went. Where is he?
I didn't see him. If he made it onto the ship, I didn't see anything. He was jumping across, right?
Yeah, he looked to be on the right trajectory.
Whilst we're on the way to the ship, can we have a look for the body of?
I mean, you'd have to have done that on the other ship, right?
Presumably.
Well,
no, just
hang on. There's
just
one
what-
series of events that could get. That's funny. You see the animated. You see one of the animated. You know that leg that Ronald cut off earlier.
Yeah.
You see that angrily flopping at you in space.
I say there's Ronald's leg outside.
You do not, however, see the robot or the clown.
I presume they're dead, probably.
I mean, if he was the ship, we just have to rebuild him a new body, right? And then the ship can have a new body with.
Maybe depends how he's conscious, how his operating system worked, I guess. I'm not really clued up on this sort of thing when it comes to ships and how they work.
All I know is he told me he was the ship, and therefore I couldn't damage the ship without damaging him. So I assume it must work the other way around.
Yeah.
So when you arrive, when all the escape pods basically come into the hangar of the old Serenity, Andrew.
Yeah.
IU is still alive because they are the ship.
Mm-hmm.
You can speak over the Tannoy system.
Fucking Ronald is just annihilated.
Oh, Ronald's dead AF.
Like, I can't see any nice ending to that for him. Especially Sans leg.
Question. Like, this may be a weird question, but so when the ship gets close enough, does it get a record of everything that RU would have seen before like during the ship thing. During the-
Andrew, you did because the Serenity was in hot pursuit. You did actually get some updates from your normal body,
Mm-hmm.
and so you basically remember everything up to just before you died.
That would make sense. I wouldn't want to remember after I died.
That seems like a problem.
So you'd know what happened and stuff.
Ronald dead. The McDonald's legacy is died today.
The Burger King's better anyway.
The Colonel has conquered one more enemy.
Oh god, we must find him.
When we get on the ship, I'll look around for my wife.
Your wife approaches you and is like, "Oh, honey, you're okay."
Uh,
Oh, honey, you're about 30% less there.
yeah, a lot to explain. Who knew zombies could be so dangerous, eh?
Who knew?
I'll then fall over because I
Yeah,
forgot that.
she'll catch you and take you to the medical bay. The
So
scientists are like, are just like, okay, can you drop us off on the nearest like planet so we may continue our research?
What are you researching?
Well, gestures to ship.
Biological weapons?
Yes, like biological weapons of mass destruction. We're trying to create something that could like kill an entire planet, but leave all the resources that we like on it.
Could you do that to a planet that we need to get rid of mind flayers on?
Don't see why it wouldn't work.
Do it.
Oh, so you guys are like pro weapon of mass destruction, right?
Only when it comes
Only
to
when it-
to mind flayers.
Only when it's certain planets with mind flayers on it.
Oh, in that
Oh.
case, yeah, sure.
Or
They
planet with beholders on them.
they carefully pull out like a little do you know those little like pieces of glass that you use to that they put on like microscopes?
Yeah.
They put like a
Slide.
tiny little bit of that, a tiny one of them, and they put they take out a vial and put a drop of black liquid onto it and like seal it, and they go, okay, this is some of the like goop that's like the control group for the zombies, provided like all you have to do is expose a creature on any planet to that. They can ingest it, or like if if you get some on their skin or any form of contact, really, they'll get ill, and eventually they'll become a zombie. They'll become a progenitor zombie. And then it'll go airborne as like an inferior version of it goes airborne. That seems to kill most people, but there seems to be like about a 1 in 1,000 survival rate of the airborne variant that's produced. Everybody else who dies from that will become zombies.
Would you be able to fill an injector thing with it?
You can
So-
do whatever you want with that sample.
No, do you have enough to fill a syringe on you?
Oh, like we can't fill a full syringe. Well, we could, but we need this for studying.
Would you be able to make me a syringe of this stuff?
No. Requires far too much. Like, we don't have the resources on this ship
How many
to make
scientists
more
are
of it.
there?
Oh, there are about 6.
I mean, to be fair, we have a lot of weird resources on the ship.
Oh, actually, can I keep hold of my leg?
They recommend jettisoning that into space because it'll become a zombie soon.
No, I want to keep hold of it for 10 testing purposes. I'll keep it tied down.
Okay, but make sure to like clamp it in place.
Will do. Come on, honey, let's go tie this leg down.
Constantine is going to his anti-mind flayer faction of the crew and is going to convince them to help him just murder all the scientists so no one else can find the secret of what they're about to do.
Roll persuasion with advantage. Some of them, like 2 or 3 of them, seem on board, but pretty much the rest of them are like, eh.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that random scientists who cannot fight are pretty easy prey for that.
Mm-hmm.
They're also at our mercy on the ship.
Accurate.
We're just going to take them out and take all their stuff so we have the full sample.
Oh, okay. If you just confiscate the full sample, they're like, sure, you can have it.
Someone turn them upside down so we can make sure they've not got anything else on them.
Roll investigation.
I'm bad at that. Can someone else who is good at investigation roll investigation?
One of the random crew members will try.
I will help.
Seems clean, boss.
Okay. Have them so we've got them like sequestered, and it's the ask the computer. Hey, is it best that we make it so that no one knows what we're about to do?
They don't. They seem like dickheads. Kill them. Don't kill them.
I'm pretty sure it's their fault that your previous body died, and Ronald.
I agree. Just put them in the back. I might leave the door open. Maybe they'll get jettisoned into space. Who knows?
Wait, I studied engineering. I could build you a new body.
All right. Well, one of you gets to live. Anyone else with any ideas?
Engineering guy pulled from the lineup. What skills are you willing to provide for free to the press gang?
I'm a good engineer. I can help fix the ship. I can help build a new robot body for the computer.
Excellent.
Okay. You are now on this side, and I put him with the crew, like putting him down, having left him like he was nothing.
I'll shout through. Are any of you good at chemicals? And
all of them say, yes, we're all very good at chemicals. We can all help make chemical weapons for you guys.
How good are you making explosives?
One of them says, extremely good. The rest of them are like, you know, we can all make explosives.
And you know as much chemistry as the rest of them, but you're good at making explosives.
Yeah.
Okay, pick him up, put it with the crew side.
The rest of you can.
Chemical guy.
The rest of you can make. You can all make bioweapons for us as well.
Sure, we'll all be your research team.
Yeah,
I'm doing the maths of how many mouths do we have like enough food for?
You'd realize that you can actually only sustain. The ship is only sustainable with like 2 more of them on board.
Sure, I take the 2 that we've got at the moment, the chemist and the engineer, and then, jettison the rest of them into space with the wire.
Wait.
The chemist and the engineer both, like, wipe the sweat off their brow and go, "Ooh."
This is for Ronald. Bang into the out of the airlock.
The ship turns and just fires at them over and over. No evidence.
Wait,
no one was ever here. Nothing ever happened.
Also, we have 2 escape pods now.
Yep. That is useful. We probably needed those.
The distress signal from the science ship is blaring. Like, in the bridge.
Should we shoot?
Just turn the volume of that down.
No, shoot it until it blows up.
I mean, I was
could-
thinking that, but it is quite big.
I don't
You
think
could
we
take
can
the
up that
time to
far.
destroy the ship.
Shoot it until it blows up.
I mean, if we shoot holes in it, then like the air will all leak out, right?
Could aim at where the engine should be.
The engine's already out.
Yeah, but even if it's out, it can still explode.
Just shoot it and shoot at the ship and shoot the engine until the entire ship explodes.
Sure. Bang, 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 bang.
I'm just gonna take the engineer to your spare parts room to see if he can start building you something usable.
Wait. By spare parts room, do you mean my room?
I mean, I'm just the room where you went to repair yourself.
Ah, so you'd walk in and there'd be so many plant pots in there.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll see what I can do.
So,
I might need some more parts.
yeah, we'll go to a scrap dealer at some point.
Okay.
It's more if you work out what you need, then we can sort this out.
Okay, I'll start drawing up some blueprints for a new body.
I'll call over to him after I've had my leg patched up. Could you make me a new arm and a leg?
Yeah, I could whip that up. I'll start drawing more blueprints. He asks
Thank
you,
you.
Andrew, what kind of body would you want? Do you want something like sleek and powerful, like combat oriented? Or do you want to just like...
Ah, built for
What
killing
more?
things.
you want a body good at killing things? Like, how good at killing things? Like,
Why would you ever want less than the best?
you want a top-of-the-line, like, murder bot.
Yeah.
Got it.
Spend the next 6 months building my body. But make
Okay.
me a monstrosity.
We're gonna need some very high-quality parts, then.
You will get the parts that we can afford.
Or find. Or steal.
Okay.
I will have tied my leg down with like rope, chains, sellotape, duct tape, just
Hey,
like
stop using my duct tape. That's mine.
Your wife, like, heals you up and will patch you up as best she can.
Constantine checks his bag and it's like his roll of duct tape is gone and he's like, no, it wasn't, it was my duct tape.
Ah, thank God.
Oh yeah, Lawrence's arm is currently like a plunger with a shock baton on instead of a like wooden pole. And it's sort of been taped to his stub. That's currently what his arm is.
Also,
uh,
who's this guy
what-
who looks like a stereotypical sea captain?
it's me, it's Justin.
Wait,
No,
wait,
not
you
you.
look like a
The
sea
other-
captain? You
The
look like
other
a
guy.
you look like Halo Man.
He currently has like gonna end up with like a peg leg and stuff, so he might look like a traditional
True.
pirate.
You might eventually look that way.
But no, I'm pointing to the one who was on one of the escape pods that wasn't a scientist, so didn't get shot in the back of the head.
Good old Captain Birdseye.
I be Captain Birdseye.
You're very disappointing compared to the previous person, the deep mascot we had on the ship. I mean, nothing.
I don't understand what you mean.
Can you make healing happy meals? Is that a thing you can do?
I can make lots of fish fingers.
What are they good for?
They tasty.
You would make a good ship's cook. And your last ship's cook did die.
We'll
Well,
take you on, but you live in the kitchen. There's no more beds.
As the hippo saying goes, the powers never shut a door without opening a window.
But
Was my
technically,
granny-
isn't
that was my granny gift saying.
Was the how full was the ship before the robot and Mr. McDonald died?
This is a
You had
specifically.
2 spare in your capacity,
Yeah,
but since Ronald died, the robot. Actually, now you have 1 spare in your capacity. I've just realized you could have kept one of those scientists.
Oops.
Oh, we've got a small child. Remember,
Oh yeah, never mind. Your
The
your
child.
capacity is
small-
perfectly balanced.
we have a
One
small
of them
child.
will have to stay in the robot's room.
We have a small child who just watched.
It's okay. I'll swap my room for the robot's room
No, no, no. That's fine.
temporarily.
That's fine. Engineer can stay here.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, the Hippo man just sleeps on the floor in the main hall in the main room. So
So where you's heading off to next?
back towards what will now be Plague Central, unless we think we can still go get bombs. I don't know.
Go and rob
Are
the
you
shop again. They'll never see it coming.
Go rob the shop again. Go back
No-
to that
no cri-
station
No criminals ever return to the scene of the crime. That's not a thing
And-
that happens.
and try and rob the same shop again.
I've got a question. How long does it take for my leg to wake up, and does it start leaking any of the black stuff?
After about 10 minutes, your leg like starts twitching around again. And some black goo that seems to be lighter in color than like the main source of black goop. Like is leaking from the stump.
Does
Uh,
the computer have any idea on a place where we could go to get stuff required to rebuild him?
I mean, we could check the star maps to see what's close by.
If you Google what's nearby, you can see that there's a few scrapyards nearby. And you're actually pretty close to the center of Lithonian space, so there's actually a fair few actual mechanic stores.
So we can choose money or scrapyard.
Hell, you could head to the Lithonian capital world, like the home world. And that place has like some of the best engineers in the galaxy.
That sounds expensive.
I'm sure they work for free.
They have
Um,
great reviews.
Constantine cracks knuckles. We could maybe make them work for free.
True.
Constantine's been like radicalized by his time spent in prison, his short time spent in prison.
Radicalized by his day in prison.
Look, a lot happened in that one day.
That's true.
So can I know we're doing other things at the minute, but like after about a couple of hours of watching it, does the grey stuff get any darker?
It doesn't seem to get any darker. The leg does thrash around, but it can't quite escape from being chained up.
Could I possibly put the syringe in, eject the pain serum into it, then inject it in another place and take some of the grey stuff out?
You want to make your leg hurt.
In response to being injected with the pain serum, nothing really happens. It thrashes about the normal amount it usually does. And then you want to take some light grey goop.
In the same syringe thing. Like
Mm.
essentially, I'll put the pain stuff in, then draw out some of the blood stuff.
By the way, one of the scientists is overseeing this and making sure that like none of the airborne virus gets out,
It's probably wise.
just so that everyone on the like most of the ship doesn't turn into zombies.
if we know that's a possibility, we might just tell him to eject his leg.
I will then. Actually, do we have an incinerator on board?
No, but you could throw it into the engine and see what happens.
I'll throw it into the engine.
Hey, don't throw garbage into my engine.
Andrew, it feels like really bad heartburn just hit you.
You bitch. If I could shoot you, I would, but I can't shoot inwards.
I was wondering if we might end up with a ship with a taste for human meat.
Roll a d20, Andrew. Let's see what your aversion to this is. Oh, you love it.
About standard then for this character.
It tastes delicious.
I will eat Lawrence later while he sleeps.
It's not good for you, but it tastes so nice. It's like drugs.
Drugs do taste nice. So what I'm getting here is we need to install a security camera with a gun attached to it inside the ship. For no reason whatsoever.
So where are you flying off to now? Are you gonna go
The nearest
Kill-
scrapyard.
kill that innocent planet of mind flares, or are you gonna just head to the nearest scrapyard?
We need to get our ship a body, right?
I mean, it depends. If you think it's more important that we try and put the infection down, he's happy enough, like, in the ship for now.
Okay, so Constantine's definitely on the. We need to get rid of the mind flayers as fast as possible.
Yeah, so, like, instead of, like, rushing for scrap and garbage, can spend the time having the engineer, like, actually work on good plans. While you guys work on infection/kill plan.
Okie dokie. The engineer will make some rolls.
I will say to the person that was
Preliminary
overseeing,
plans are looking pretty good.
I'll talk to the guy that was overseeing me inject the leg, and I'll say, "Do you reckon you could do anything with this?"
With the leg.
No, with the syringe of stuff that I've got.
Oh, he just says, "Oh, that's like a lesser form of the disease. It's slightly more concentrated than the airborne version, and is usually 100% effective, but usually has to be administered like through a scratch or like some physical contact."
No, like, could you possibly develop some sort of cure with it or anything?
Oh, I guess I could start working on the cure for it. Sure.
I'll put a little bit into a contained bit of a test tube for him. Just enough to test, but not enough to really drain the syringe any.
He'll head over to the medical lab and start using the equipment to try and analyze this thing and start getting it cured. Initial results seem promising. He also has
Okay.
the child who he takes some samples from just to test against it.
Do you want to take some of my blood as well, since I've actually had it and I seemed resistant in the first place?
He seems interested. He'll take some as well. Some of your blood.
Does anyone want some free blood? Anyone?
No.
He'll start developing a cure. That'll be ready eventually.
Well, one question was like, is there an easy way to rig this stuff up in like a shrapnel explosive?
Or a way we can turn it into rain?
The engineer guy, it says you could like affix it to a grid. You could probably make an explosive out of it, I suppose.
Just some like basically, if we coat a bunch of like shrapnel in the center of it, throw it into a room with people, increase infection straight away, right?
Yeah, that'd probably work.
Okay, I'm gonna ask for some help to set that up.
It does. The disease is pretty heat resistant, so yeah, probably work. He'll work on you with that. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, it goes pretty well. Like by 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 like a day or two later, like he's got a design that you think will work.
Cool. We will
That
try
can be
and
like that can be made using the components of like a normal grenade.
sure, we will try and sort out making that on our way so that we are on a way to infect the first set of people.
Okie dokie. So you're just heading back to that planet then?
Uh, oh, uh, yeah.
Okay. It takes you a fair while. Your food resources are running a bit low at this point. Because that prison ship was faster than this ship. But you do manage to get back to the rendezvous point. You see the visitor center and the ravine, which at the bottom has a fair few weirdly fleshy tunnels.
Hmm.
What would you like to do? Are you going to try and land?
I don't know. What do people think is the best course of action?
Uh, do we manage to
Maybe
get a long rest in by the
yes.
time we
Yeah,
get?
it's been a fair few. It's been weeks.
Yeah.
Like
My question
Wait,
is,
wait, how long's it been?
it's been weeks. It's been like a week. It's been like 2.5 weeks.
Oh my god. It's just
Uh, uh, uh,
I love that how it was just hand waved, and then it's like, it's been weeks. Wait, what?
it has. I mean, it took you like a week to get to the station
Quick
where you
question.
tried to rob the WMDs.
How long is a week to you? Because in D&D, it's 10 days for some reason.
Well, I'm saying it's 7 days because
we're
I was not.
using normal weeks, right?
I'm using normal weeks
Yeah.
instead of D&D weeks.
God
Why
damn,
is it
10 day. It's like
Why is
it's an old-fashioned thing.
okay?
I think.
Well, I'm using normal weeks,
Updated weeks.
so it's been about 2.5 weeks since the designs for the robot have come along a long way. Uh, if like he's made a fair few designs for like a robot body for you, but definitely the coolest one with the most expensive components looks insane. It's got like shoulder-mounted cannons on it and stuff. It's great.
I'll ask the scientist who's working on the cure if he can actually replicate any more of this stuff.
He says progress has been pretty fast. I can definitely make more of the black goop, but I'd probably need access to like a better lab than this one.
So
Okay.
back to my initial question that got sidetracked from there when you said weeks.
Mhm.
Are we better to land near, like, the civilian population of the world that we're gonna wipe out, infect some of them, and then just leave?
That's you'd wager the safer option. Like, just infect some of them.
Or
Job.
do we try and go back to the spa and then directly infect some actual problem things and just hope that the more direct approach is gonna work faster?
That sounds like a problem for for the captain of the ship.
I'm
Aye,
updating my pots for awakening because some have awakened. The shrubbies.
Oh my god.
A whole 4 of them.
I don't think you'd be as obsessed with the like awakened shrubs if I hadn't murdered the first one. In, like,
Probably not.
Then.
There you go. I don't need a character because I currently have 4 awakened shrubs.
Okay, Andrew is now playing, other than a ship's AI, as 4 awakened plants
I mean, I'm happy with this.
that have
And
been raised by a killer AI.
Sadly, I can't make more because I have no body.
I have no hands. I wish to plant. So less satisfaction if I have no mouth, but I must scream.
I'll say to the ship that I can look after them if you want.
The
The engineer has been watering them and stuff, and keeping an eye on them.
everyone loves shrubby.
Nah,
We
that's
made
just
the-
because they were all in his room.
We made the right choice with sparing that one. But yeah, do you think we take the safe option and just infect the civilians, or do we go for broke and try and infect an actual mind flayer?
Well, there is the issue that likely it will make it to them, but it might take too long. They might realize something's up and try to flee.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the direct route might not give them a chance. And fleeing might make things worse if they do it after being directly, infected.
Oh, Andrew, do you give up one of your plants in the name of science? Because the chemist wants to try something.
Wait, living one or not yet living one?
Not yet living.
Sure. It's
They're all living.
technically
A not
true.
yet awakened one.
Sure.
In the name of science, they've figured out that different species and different forms of life interact with the virus in different ways. They managed to create a plant zombie.
Okay. That's horrifying.
It had different aspects to the humanoid zombies that you fought before.
Does it
Luckily-
just infect other plants?
It seemed it could affect most other forms of life, because they introduced it to just various bits of null bacteria and stuff, and it could take those over. Like the virus could grow on those bits of bacteria and some rogue cells that they introduced to it.
So it can now essentially infect anything.
I mean, they designed it so it could go between species. It's just they wondered what effect it would have in those different species. Turns out it makes different kinds of zombies.
Okay.
So you might end up with some funky mind flare zombies that are even stronger than normal ones.
Good.
Could we plant a bit of this plant, or plant this plant on that planet, and just have it turn everything
Well-
into a zombie?
Well, he used the grey stuff that you've harvested for that test. So he predicts that you'd still need the the proper strain in close proximity for it to work. And by close I mean space close. So at least one planet's distance.
Would I be able to get more grey stuff out of the plant after a while into the syringe?
You could harvest more, but he doesn't recommend going into the airlock because then you might have to fight the plant.
Yeah, we could just airdrop the plant onto the area and hope that works.
Not a bad
Yeah,
plan.
but you'd have to at least put a drop of the proper stuff down on the ground as well, though.
Sure.
But,
Just so that the plant zombie didn't die when we left, and that more zombies could live.
It's just I wanted a syringe full of the stuff so I could just inject people with it.
Mm.
Because I'm a nice person.
If you want to try and fight the plant zombie, you can.
No.
Go
I'll
on.
do it.
What's the worst that could happen?
Interesting differences the scientist notes are it seems to like spread through pollination in it spreads its like seeds around in the air and stuff, and the virus piggybacks on them and also seems to piggyback on like pollen particles and stuff. It's pretty cool. The plant
But you,
also ekes the black liquid like out of its roots. It's pretty neat.
so if we went to a planet and planted it, it would infect things.
It would if the like proper stuff was nearby, it would continue to live and infect stuff.
So
Once it infected
can,
stuff, that would start creating problem stuff, right?
No, no, no. The proper stuff needs to be created in a lab, like in one with much better equipment than we currently have access to. Like we
we
only
need.
we only managed to save a syringe of the proper, like, well, one vial of the proper stuff.
Yeah, I have it here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, I want to upgrade this lab so we can just produce this stuff.
No.
Ship's not big enough. You'd
I
need
want
a
to
much
find.
bigger ship.
I want to find.
Probably
Okay.
like at least 2 classes bigger, and most of it would have to be like essentially like designated as laboratory.
Now, Constant doesn't have to point this out, but the last ship that got turned into a lab to manufacture this stuff. Do you remember what happened to that ship?
It's like the tone of a
Yeah.
parent telling off a naughty child.
Yes.
Do
I
you
just
remember
want a
what
vial
happened
of
on
this.
that ship?
Yes, I just want a syringe full of it.
No. We have what we have. We're going to use it in this place, and then we're going to forget that how it gets made.
Okay.
And our friend here is going to work on a cure so that we can inoculate ourselves against it just in case it comes back to bite us at any point. Isn't
Yeah.
that right?
Yeah, I mean the cure's about just over halfway done.
As
It was
lo-
pretty easy.
as long
'cause we
as
have
you guys are safe, then we don't
such
need to
am-
worry.
such ample samples of it. Plus, like cases of people who are immune to it. Lots of willing blood donors. So, it's research is going very quick.
How anemic are we making the small child? Just all these blood samples getting taken from this kid.
Yeah. This kid is getting abused in the name of science.
We do need to find his family,
Well,
or at least his nearest living relatives or friends, maybe. Kid, do you remember where you were living before this?
I'm from the homeworld.
What homeworld?
This homeworld, the Lithonian homeworld.
Oh, maybe we should drop him off there then. What do people think?
apparently not much.
Apparently. Well, first so what's the plan? Do you wanna disperse the virus in amongst the population and risk the mind flayers catching on and leaving?
Oh,
Or
it's this planet that the kid lives on.
no, not this one.
The kid lives
Oh,
nowhere
good.
near here. The kid lives in the other direction.
Yeah, the kid lives in the other direction.
The kid lives
Right.
here now because he's currently the blood donor to get this cure fixed.
Yeah. So where do you like to disperse this horrific virus? In the general population or against the actual, problem?
I mean, which will eventually just introduce it to the overall population anyway, right?
Probably. It's just if you introduce it to the overall population first, they might catch on. And some of them might get away.
Let's go into the mind flare base and give it to them direct. correctly.
Okay.
So you're gonna land the ship in the old location.
Yeah.
Are we able to scan and see if that old location is still being used? Because we kind of made a bit of a noise last time.
If you scan, it registers as like a like a tourist information center that's still open.
Does anyone else find it really odd that we walked in and killed a bunch of employees, got to the basement, left after blowing up their way out of it, and
No one
they're
cared.
still here? Yeah,
It's strange.
just putting out there that they're usually much smarter than that.
All the more reason we should kill them. They're probably up to something else anyway.
Oh, no one was against killing them. I'm just on the. This seems like it might be a trap.
Probably.
Do we have a plan to avoid traps?
No.
Silence.
What weapons were on this ship again?
Do you
Uh,
remember, Andrew?
I don't remember, but I can look.
Got it. I'll.
Because I've got it all written down. 2 layer shield, 1 layer shield, 3 laser pistol, 1 laser rifle. Then from the new stuff, another 9 laser pistols. Fucking hell, 18 shock batons.
The ship's weapons. It has 1 medium
those
laser.
ones.
It has 3 small laser blasters. 6 layers of shield. A cheap targeting computer.
A Magtech engine.
Magitech engine.
Make
It
ship
has
go fast. Ion thrusters.
ion thrusters and some HP.
So, question: with us knowing where the actual area that they were hiding is from the last attempt, do we think we could maybe make a breach? Like, we don't have to destroy it. I just want to make like a breach to it from a different angle, so we're not walking in through their entrance.
You remember from last time that they had some sort of thermal shield?
Sure. So there's no way for us to make any cracks to get ourselves in a different way.
Mm.
Could we?
I also just
severely
remembered
damage-
in your bag there's like the little robot companion thing that we found. Totally forgot that was a thing.
Wait, what?
Back when we were raiding everything, we threw all the different things in the bag, and there was whatever the heck robot companion was.
Sure, I take out robot companion.
Ah, yes, you do have a robot companion.
Didn't really ask what that was, because
It is a small, helpful AI. Would you like to turn it on?
I mean
Okay.
that would be down to the people with bodies.
Yeah, I'll do it.
It hovers nearby whoever turns it on and says, "Hello, how can I serve you today?"
Would it be possible for you to go and possibly go into a facility for us ahead of us?
It just looks confused at you.
Come with us and I'll show you when you need to go.
Hey, why don't we delete that thing and download an extra me into it?
That is an option. The engineer reckons he can do it.
Transfer this thing into another computer or something first before deleting it.
Okay. He pulls out a thumb drive,
Just gonna stick your brain on a USB.
plugs it into the back of its neck, and goes to a little access panel. It takes a couple minutes. He then removes the thumb drive. He then takes the little shell of a body into like the server room where the AI is stored on, and plugs the AI's and like plugs it into the computer. I'll just take a second to download the like compressed version of Vue. Okay, Andrew, you live.
Beep boop, motherfuckers! Alright, time to go and kill myself.
Your body is.
What was that plan? Send me to go and infect them and explode?
Your
Yeah,
body is so exceptionally useful, it's untrue.
I'll say to the scientist, "Can I have the thumb drive, please?"
Sure. He
I
hands you the thumb drive.
I'll take the thumb drive.
I hand Kamikaze you the like grenade, the like shrapnel like infection grenade.
You kind of look like a tiny robot hamster.
That's best thing I've ever heard.
Okay, so if we get you to that tunnel and then you deploy down the tunnel to the place where they are.
Yeah. RU goes into his special drawer, gets out his duct tape,
Lawrence,
duct tapes
quickly,
the grenade to himself.
Lawrence, quickly, what's your proficiency bonus? Because you turned it on.
+2.
Okay, noted. That affects your stats. Oh yeah, and you're level 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that affects the stats of RU.
RU hamsterbot.
RU hamsterbot, yeah.
Oh, I love how this could be such a good item. First plan, blow up.
So you've duct taped a
grenade to myself, yes.
grenade to the back of the tiny robot hamster. And then what do you do? Do you land just outside and then like release the hamster bot to go and attack?
No, my theory was we all go in to like clear our way to the way down that we know.
And then send the hamster down in the elevator.
Yeah, effectively.
If it's been fixed.
Yeah. If not, we find another way down and then send the hamster down to the main area.
Right, so if you land, and go into the like information center, there's no one really there if you look from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go in, there's just an automated response that says like check the terminal on the desk for any information you need. Are you gonna head like to where you know that the old passage was?
Yeah.
If you head into the elevator, you can just find the elevator. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna go in, or are you just gonna put the hamster in?
Is the elevator working now?
It works, yeah.
Okay, well that's definitely telling.
It seems brand new.
Go hamster power?
You just pop the hamster with the grenade on.
Yep,
And
press
just
the button.
Press the button.
Step back
Okay,
outside.
tiny hamster.
Beep boop boop
And
boop 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 doo doo doo.
The door opens, and you're immediately greeted by like 4 mind flares who are guarding the entrance, and they just see a tiny hamster robot, and
Beep.
all start laughing.
Beep boop 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 boop. Presses the button.
Very well. You lose connection with the hamster bot.
Just all the people back on the ship. Mission successful.
We all leave and go back on the ship.
Okie dokie. Well, I'm sure that will go exceedingly well.
Fucking hamsters.
Oh, and while we're there, drop a little bit of the goop and then plant the plant zombie.
Oh, you put like a drop of the proper stuff down, and then just put the plant zombie on the ground. Yeah, I'm sure this can only go well. And then you just leave.
I mean, what's the current food situation for
Your
our ship?
your current food reserves are about 50%.
Okay, so
Yeah, we went massively overstocked because for the
Yeah.
journey we were planning.
no, that's fine. Because what I was thinking was, we can essentially step away from the planet and watch for a while. Because then we'd see if anyone was like mind flayery type ship wise.
Yeah, we've got enough stuff that we could probably watch for a little bit.
You see a couple ships from different parts of the planet coming and going, and then you get an automated like alert ping after. How long are you planning on staying there? Actually, I should ask.
A few days at least, more or less.
Two. Okay.
So yeah,
After
start with 2 days. Yeah.
After the first day or so, you get a little ping, which just comes up with, planet is flagged for quarantine.
And we've been like over the mind flayery area. We haven't seen like any like
No
specific
mind
activity.
You haven't seen any nautiloid ships coming and going, and there weren't any ships that really came from that section of the planet that came
Yeah.
and went. Like it's mainly the only ships that really came and went in the time was like ones from major cities on the planet,
Yeah.
of which there were about 3.
All right. Good so far. So
Doing well.
so what's the plan now, guys?
Just a bunch of alert messages say, "Please leave, don't come, go away."
Oh fuck! Oh god, they've got me.
A level 4 quarantine has been erected around this planet.
Hey, we've got a
Failure
flight
to
behind.
comply. Failure to comply means arrest. Please back your ship up. These are the alerts that just keep. They seem to be automated alerts that just keep getting pinged to your ship every so often.
We're off the planet. We're fine.
Yeah, let's head off to go find that guy I was paid initially to go and find, along with you. Or go and get you anybody, whichever is easiest.
Yeah, whichever works.
So is that what you're gonna decide to do?
I mean,
Yeah, whichever of those two
if you're
things
happy
is
with we're
easiest.
leaving,
Yeah. I mean the quarantine just said to leave. It just didn't want you to come to the planet.
yeah. I'm more meant like if the crew is happy, especially like Githman, to like leave, and be like, yep, I'm sure that sorted it.
I mean, give me a second.
I wonder what kind of zombie the Elder Brain will make.
Mm.
Why won't it let me roll wisdom?
That'll be fun.
Yeah, let's go. That's fine. No issues.
Okay.
Cool.
So you guys fly off, and I think that's a good point to end the session.
Yes.
And we only lost Ronald.
The-
and RU's body, and Lawrence's, and 2 of Lawrence's limbs.
Ah well.
All in all, went very well.
Also exploded a hamster bot.
Oh yeah, you also destroyed a hamster robot.
Mind flares, probably.
And maybe you like unleashed a horrible zombie apocalypse onto a planet which had some mind flares on it.
But you say we're down a person. Technically, we're down Ronald, but we gained like 3 more crewmates and 5 awakened shrubs.
True.
So we're hugely in the positive.
Accurate. And Lawrence has that AI saved on a thumb drive.
That very generic AI.
Yep.
You have a USB drive with Clippy on it.
Yeah.
Basically. I think it's a good point to end the session.
Mm-hmm. End.
I
End.
can't believe you